Hey y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy thriving Thursday. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling on this good Thursday, man? I hope somebody really came to learn and lock in today. When I tell y'all, I'm super excited, yo, about today's session because we got the fire topics going on as always with leadership boot camp. But like, yo, I really love when we can get into like how to be a facilitator and not just any facilitator, yo. We talking about dynamic facilitation, yo. Really being able to own the room because when I tell y'all, got some good things coming up, y'all. Got some doors opening, got some great opportunities coming up. And it's all like, yo, all we got to do is be ready. And y'all know we already got the situations going off in the schools with our heartbeat mentors in the schools doing their thing with facilitation. So, and it's only going to get bigger and better from there. Yes, saying we love facilitating, yo. We love it. We love it. We love it. Make sure I got my phone right here so I can keep an eye on my chat, y'all. We going to get into it. You heard me. Yo, who at my top spot today? Yo, is that you, yo? What's up? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you, yo. Jimmy the Dilemma, what's up, Jimmy? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Shay Henry, what's up, Shay Henry? Shay Henry, is this your first Thriving Thursday, yo? If it is, welcome. Y'all, make sure y'all show Shay Henry all the love. If this day first Thriving Thursday, welcome, yo. Tanner, what's up, Santana? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you, yo. Reality, what's up, Reality? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Tima, what's up, Tima? How you doing, Tima? Good to see you, yo. Breezy Breeze, what's up, Breezy Breeze? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Ma, what's up, Ma? Look, yo, Saint, stop playing, yo. I told my mother how y'all was playing with her yesterday on Winning Wednesday, calling her out. So she was like, she got caught. Let y'all know she's still here. What's up, Ma? Kyle, what's up, Kyle? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. One Take, what's up, One Take? Shout out One Take, y'all. My man came back hard. He about to be one of our facilitators in the schools too. What's up? So, what's up, Soul? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Blast, what's up, Blast? How you doing? Good to see you, Blast. Cam Gotti, what's up, Cam Gotti? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Say, what's up, Say? Y'all, Sane is really stepping up on the leadership tip in these schools, y'all. When I tell y'all, if growth, if yo, the definition of growth, if growth had a name, it would be Sane, y'all. Definitely got to shout Sane out because the other day at Patterson, that was like my first time seeing her facilitate solo, like just by herself, holding it down. So definitely gotta shout you out for that because that's definitely a hard thing to do. And considering like where you came from to see you elevate to that position, amazing. And all of the students was leaving talking about how impactful that situation was. And even when I had a conversation with my school partners, like the adults that's in charge, they were saying like, yeah, the growth is off the chain. Yo, love it. Dante, what's up? Good to see you, yo. How you feeling today? G Channel, what's up, G Channel? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Mr. Elaborator, what's up, Mr. Elaborator? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Donna Dawn, what's up, Donna Dawn? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Kayla, what's up, Kayla? Why did that kind of rhyme? If growth had a nickname, it would be saying, yes, yo, I love it. What's up, Trackstar? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Tay Bands, what's up, Tay Bands? I got to shout Tay Bands out too, y'all, because Tay Bands just started facilitating with us, y'all. And yesterday was like my first time getting to see her like in action, for real. All fire, yo. Meaningful conversations, great relationships with the students, being able to just relate to them and like have meaningful conversations. Definitely shout out to Tay Bands, because Tay Bands, even when she first started, she was like, yo, this is completely outside of my element. She like, this is completely away from what I normally do. And now she doing it like she been doing it for years. So definitely shout out to Tay Bands, yo, because that's serious. Yo, hey, so you know I never skip you, yo. Stop playing. All right, y'all. I think we I think we on. Let's go ahead and get started, y'all, because we got a lot to cover. Let me get my screen share going on. It's going to look crazy for a second, but hopefully y'all can see it. All right. We should be on. Let me see. All right. Where we at? 421. Let me know if y'all can see it, cuz mine look like it's like black or something, like it's not on. Let me see. Let me let me do this. Cause it's not showing up. It always want to play with us, y'all. Can never just be on point, yo. Always always gotta give us a hard time, yo. Can't ever just be on point. Try and look at my screen to see. All right, hold on. Yo, I swear, yo. Come on. Yo, y'all go back to ghetto Zoom by yourself, yo. Yo. Hey, dog, you go back to ghetto Zoom by yourself, yo. I'm not doing that. I'm not ever doing that. All right, we about to get it. All right, you see the recent. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right. We should be up now. Checking my screen. Let's see. The joint is still black, yo. Why is it still? Come on now, yo. Come on now, yo. Yeah, I see it's still black. Yo. Said Zoom never did us wrong. Yo, you know what? You ain't even lying on that. Zoom definitely was faithful for the most part. All right. All right. Let me see. We need to go back in person. There you go. Oh, trust and believe. It's it's coming, saying we working on this space situation, yo, as we speak, yo. We is working on this space situation. All right. I feel like we here, yo. I feel like we here. Thank you, Cam Gotti. Thank you, Kai. Yes. All right. Becoming a dynamic facilitator. And that's what we're gonna focus on, y'all. And let's thank you, Dawn to Dawn. That's how you was. That's how you know the day gonna be good. Hey, reality, speak that into existence, because you absolutely right, yo. That's how it is. So let's first think about this from a leadership perspective, right? Because all of us are leaders, and all of us are in different like stages per se when it comes to where we are in our leadership. Is on it. Yo, yes, say. And Gem of the Dilemma, thank you for highlighting that because the key word is dynamic. Um, Anybody can facilitate. Anybody can get up in front of a room and talk and hold conversations or whatever like that. Anybody can do that. But we really want to be next level. We really want to be top tier. When people think about us being in our schools or like being in whatever situation it is, like we want them to associate us with top tier, cream of the crop when it comes to how we facilitate and how we curate these spaces that we are in. So, first, thinking about it from a leadership perspective, at the base, at the bottom, we are talking about leading yourself. And this one, for real, could be like the most important, especially in terms of how you start in leadership, because we really can't even talk about you leading somebody else or being a mentor or even being like a role model for real in that type of space if you aren't already first effectively leading yourself. And this is where everybody has to look in the mirror and decide for themselves, okay, what type of leader do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How do you want people to know you, to remember you, to think about you? Like all those things. And those things, whatever your answers are, those things got to be shown in your daily, consistent behaviors that you putting out there in the world. The next level of leadership is when we are leading a team. And a lot of us right now are in this space where we are leading a team. So think about the projects that you are on and just some of the situations that you find yourself in, like with your peers and also with adults as well. Even if anybody didn't necessarily crown you to be the leader or say, okay, yeah, you are leading this team or you in charge, think about what you do already to support other people, like what you do already to help other people be successful. Sometimes when we are in team situations, people are in this unhealthy competition mode. Healthy competition is good because it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, I want you to win so that the team can win too. Or we doing our healthy competition so that we all can be successful. Everybody don't always think like that. Some people are in teams and they really want to see you fail because they think that you failing is going to make them look good or that's going to help them get a promotion or help them to be seen in a more positive light because you failing. That is not leadership in the team. Leadership in the team, thank you, Tony. Leadership in a team is you being able to, even when nobody is saying that you are the leader, put yourself in a position of leadership where you are proactively bringing people together, proactively helping to resolve conflicts, proactively putting yourself in a space where you are offering up your help and offering up your support. The next level from that, this is where we are leading a large team. And this is where it gets real. I can see a lot of y'all now just with the skills that you are demonstrating right now with leading the team and like some of these projects that we have. I can see now you are going to be quite capable of leading large teams at different organizations or in different situations because when it comes to the foundation of leadership, you already got it. So this is where people are really being inspired by you on a different level, and where you aren't necessarily in the weeds doing like the day-to-day stuff, but you are the person that people are looking to for that motivation. People are looking to for that inspiration. Like people are really looking up to you as the example on how they should conduct themselves and carry themselves and how they should go about doing their tasks. You know what I say? Y'all just ran for the bus, got caught up in drive. Hey, y'all, I know that's right. Um, and then at the top, this is where you have organizational leadership. And like this is people leading like big movements, people leading teams of teams. So think like CEO type status. And a lot of things, AKM got you crazy. A lot of these concepts and a lot of these things that we are doing applies to even that top of the top when it comes to leadership and our practices and how we are demonstrating it. So think about that as like our foundation, right? And then let's go into this whole idea of being a facilitator. Because when you are a facilitator, you are the curator of that particular space. Whatever space that you are in, you own that space and you have to create it. And the spaces are going to look different, y'all. Sometimes you might be in the gym. Sometimes you might be in the auditorium. Sometimes you might be in a library, a classroom. You could even find yourself on somebody's street corner. But whatever it is, you got to put yourself in that mindset of a leader, in that mindset of a curator. What do I want this space to feel like? What do I want this space to look like? Like, how do I want people to feel coming into this space? And that got to be like at the top of mind when you are thinking about yourself as a facilitator and what you want your space to be. So, some of the things that we got to think about, and let's do it like this. Let's just say skills. And this isn't like an inclusive list, but definitely some of the major ones that you got to make sure that you have. So every day I feel myself getting better at something. Absolutely, Mr. Barnett. That's called growth. That's exactly what it's about. Something we don't always think about, which is our time management. And y'all know how a lot of times, like I joke about, like, all right, y'all, one thing we always gonna do, we always gonna start on time, we always gonna end on time. I be joking, but I also really be so for real because as the facilitator, as the protector of that space, it's your job to make sure that the time situation is on point and that you are respecting people's time. I know, especially in this COVID world with these Zooms and all that type of stuff like that, we've gotten comfortable with, all right, we on here at whatever time, say it's 3 o'clock. We're gonna give people 5 more minutes to come in to join or whatever like that. No, I ain't doing none of that. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that, but what I'm saying is know that that's setting a tone. And you got to figure out like what type of tone and what type of messages you want to send. My message that I want to send is be on time. That don't mean that I'm going to crucify you if you walk in 2 minutes late or 5 minutes late or even 15 minutes late. No, I'm not going to crucify you, but I'm also not waiting on you. I'm going to start on time because I'm going to respect my time. I'm going to respect the time of the people who made it their business to make sure that they were on time. And then we just going to kind of communicate throughout the session or whatever, however it is within that time frame, to just kind of let people know, like, look, this is what we do. If I got time to go back and cover some things for people who are joining late or whatever, all right, I'm gonna do that. But if I don't, No, we're gonna keep it moving. And you just had to pretty much kind of catch up on your time. So they said we're working on starting on time. The students be a little late. Yeah, absolutely. And saying too, that comes with knowing your environment and like all that type of stuff too. So if your situation, and we're gonna talk about this too, like setting up like your ground rules and stuff like that. If your situation is that you're gonna start 5 minutes late, then okay, go ahead and communicate that. But it definitely shouldn't feel like it's unorganized, because I know for me, when I'm a participant in something, I hate that feeling that they don't have it together or that is unorganized. I'm not about to judge you and I'm not about to say nothing out loud, but for me, it's just already putting a bad taste in my mouth because, like, yo, I made it my business to work my schedule. I'm a very busy person. I made it my business to work my schedule so that I could be here on time. I don't want to be sitting around for 5 minutes waiting for people to trickle in. Like, no. But thank you for saying that, because ground rules are very much important. And in certain spaces, especially when it comes to um spaces where it's like other young people, you don't want it to feel authoritative. And even when you're facilitating for adults too, because we don't even like that. Like, you don't want it to feel like, all right, these are hard and fast rules, and this is what you got to do when you got to do this, and you got like, no, 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 no. You want to make sure that your ground rules are flexible and that they make sense for the space, and that it gives people room to be comfortable and to be themselves, because we want to be able to create like these safe spaces for people to not feel judged. Jeremy said, I went to an event and the whole thing got pushed back an hour. Oh no, absolutely not. Uh is Joni, they thought I was 25 until they found out most of them were older than me. Yeah, and that's because you come off very mature. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a compliment. But with these ground rules, um, you you want to be able to have rules that make sense for your space. So examples would be something like, all right, y'all, it's going to be a no judgment zone. We can agree to disagree. We want to make sure that we aren't talking over top of each other. So, if you start and somebody else start, hey, let's just automatically yield the floor so that we can make sure that everybody has an opportunity to speak. Let's be respectful of people who may need a minute to come out of their shell or to think. So, like things like that. Like, if you know that you are a extroverted person, make space, make room for our introverted people. Like, it's okay to open the door for them and ask them about their thoughts or how they feel, because everybody isn't as comfortable just coming out speaking or making a way for themselves. And I tell my extroverts all the time, I'm depending on you to make a space for my introverts. I'll cut you off if you want me to. Like, if I notice that you're taking up a lot of the airtime and the introverts haven't had the time to jump in, but I don't want to cut you off. I want you to be mindful of the airspace that you are using up and open the door for introverts. So just some ground rules, whatever you think makes sense, and however you want people to just kind of come into your space. One take it said it's just when we on business time we can come there for a reason. I'm passionate about coming to you fast. Absolutely. Yup. And they lock in more because they see you at the same place in your life. Absolutely. Let me say, can we talk about co-facilitating with adult facilitators and how to leave the child adult space and be confident in your position as a co-facilitator? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm a let me screenshot that. I got it, Gemma. We can absolutely get into that because that is so important. Um, so ground rules. I'm gonna put boundaries in parentheses right here, just because it's kind of like that same thing, like creating like your boundaries and all that type of stuff that you have. Um, this one is important, that you remain Sorry, y'all. My little, I can't get this all to do right. Remain impartial. And this is where, like, you as the facilitator, like, you want to make sure that you are able to be open to different people's perspectives, ideas, point of views, and all that type of stuff. Even if you are teaching on a certain subject, or you want to eventually get people to, go in a certain direction with whatever it is that you are teaching, like, don't force that kind of stuff. Like, do not force it. The best thing that you can do is create a space where people feel free to freely think, to have their own thoughts, to have their own ideas, and to sometimes go astray from whatever it is that you are speaking about or teaching about or whatever. As long as you guys can respect the space that we are in and respect that people are different and everybody has a different journey, and we're not always going to be locked in on the how we get there, but we know that we want to get there, like, that is absolutely okay. I've seen so many facilitators fall to their death because they are so bent on trying to change somebody's mind or trying to get somebody to think about something exactly the way that they do. No, you're going to get your people that agree with the way that you think, and you're going to have your people that don't agree with the way that you think. That's okay. Your job as the facilitator is to facilitate healthy thinking, healthy thoughts, healthy discussions. Like, that's your job. So we can't get caught up in, trying to, like, beat people into our way. Like, yeah, dawn to dawn. I seen it too many times, yo. This one right here is interesting. This one is being skilled at probing. And sometimes this can be uncomfortable because this is where you are asking questions to get your audience to participate in the discussion, to participate in whatever the session is. There are going to be some exceptions, like where you're going to be doing like 80% of the talking and 20% of it might be back and forth. And there's going to be times where it's going to be you only doing 20% of the talking and 80% of it is back and forth. It really just all depends on the environment and like what's going on. In sessions where you are just straight teaching a lesson, like like what we doing like right now, like me basically teaching you guys kind of like a classroom setting, something like this, I'm expected to be talking 80% of the time because I'm basically just divulging like all of these ideas, skills, and lessons and all that stuff. Like, I'm giving it to you. And but part of it is still me making space to be able to have thoughtful conversation and answer questions and all that type of stuff like that. That's not the case in every situation that I do. It just depends on the environment and also like what exactly the goal of your session is. And you gotta make sure that you have some type of goal. Yes, same. Thank you so much. Gotta get them engaged somehow. That is absolutely key because when people are checked out and when they're not engaged, we are failing like as a facilitator. All right. Um, where we at? Be ready to intervene. And this is key because sometimes we don't want to interrupt people. Sometimes we want to just let people just kind of go and go. We think that we being respectful to the person and all that. As a facilitator, it is a respectful way to intervene and to not cut people off, but redirect the conversation. People can have their thoughts, their ideas, all that stuff. But we don't want the disruptors. That's what we call it in leadership. We don't want the potential disruptors to derail our messages or our lessons because those disruptors who are just bent on going their own certain way, like they will go whatever way they going and then try to bring everybody else with them. And then next thing you know, you off topic because you aren't stepping up to intervene. And when you intervene, what you don't want to do is you don't want to be dismissive. Again, I've seen a lot of facilitators fall to their death because somebody said something that wasn't aligned with where they are trying to go, and then they just try dismissive of the whole thing. Well, that's not what we're talking about, so let's just move on to this. Or that's irrelevant. Let's just go to this. No, 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 no. We want to be able to appreciate people for participating, and whatever words feel comfortable for you to do that. Validate people's thoughts and thank them for their thoughts, regardless of if we agree or not. And then, in a respectful way, navigate the conversation back on track. And you can say things like, "Hey, Sid, I'm glad you liking this." You can say things like, "You know what? That is an amazing topic to dive into. We might have to do a part two, but now we want to focus it on X, Y, and Z," and just ease on back. You ain't being disrespectful. You're not being dismissive. You acknowledged, like, all that was there. But it is very, very, very important, that we do those things in a respectful way, because what'll happen, other people, the other participants will be watching how you handle that, and you could turn somebody off from speaking their thoughts or speaking their mind if they think that you want to be dismissive, or you want to cut them off, or you're not going to take what they got to say serious. Y'all, I'm not even about to lie to y'all. I'm about to tell y'all one of my secrets, y'all. This is one of my secrets. When I'm first asking one of my probing questions, like one of my blanket questions to people to get the conversation started, every single answer is the right answer, even when it's the wrong answer. Even when it's the wrong answer. Because at that point, I'm just building trust, and I just want people to talk back, and I just want people to say something. So even if you say something that's just like completely bonkers, I'm not telling you that it's the wrong answer. I'm thanking you for your answer. You know what? Thank you for that answer. And then I'm moving on. Nobody feels hesitant now about raising their hand. Nobody feels like they about to be judged. Nobody feels like their answer about to get shot down, like, oh no, that's the wrong answer. Nobody feels like that. Now, again, right, because we talking about, it depends on what space that we in. If I'm in like a really comfortable space where people know me, we've been doing it for a while, whatever, da 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 da, like, it is absolutely okay to tell people, you know what? Thank you for answering. That was a great answer. Not the answer I'm looking for, but keep going down that road, or keep trying. So it's a way that you can tell people that they got the wrong answer, but without making the room feel like you are judgmental, and that you just only going to be looking for the right answers, and people are going to get dismissed if they give you the wrong answers. Yes, it causes disengagement. Thank you so much for that, Donna. Mr. Bonnet. Hey, Mr. Bonnet, you crazy. Saying that every single answer is the right answer. Even yep, absolutely, yo. Thank you, Don. I'm so glad that you caught on to that. And then here's where we're gonna put this one, y'all. No. Already got that one. Here we go. Encourage participation. And the reason why I just went on that little tangent to talk to you about like those things, about not being dismissive and all that, is because it ties right into this encourage participation. So instead of you telling people, raise your hand, give me your thoughts, whatever, blah, 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 the way how you are handling the people who are participating, you are, without even saying it, encouraging people to just throw their ideas out there, to throw their answers out there, to put their hands up. That's the best kind of participation, when you can encourage people without actually having to like beg them to give you an answer or to participate, because people are watching how you move and how you are handling everybody else. Two-way feedback. This one is important. Same thing, and control your facial expression, even if they will say something while it's their opinion, it's their opinion. You can always make people see your point of view. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely saying. And that's the part when we talked about a couple weeks ago, when we talked about communication, and a big part of communication is body language, facial expressions, and all that. So thank you. You right on point with that. This two-way feedback, and this just kind of ties back into acknowledging people and just making sure that everybody feels valued, um, regardless of how insignificant their contribution might be. And I mean, let's just be real. We being real in this space right here where we at. Some people are just going to give you the bare minimum. Like some people probably don't even want to be there. They just forced to be there for whatever reason. But even if they participate even just a little bit on a bare minimum scale, we want to make sure that we acknowledge it the same way we would if somebody was to give us like a big jewel, just to kind of push that two-way feedback and again encourage that participation. Uh Hey, yep, free game all day. I did something like that before. I was teaching the class, and for them to engage, I gave out like candy. Yep, that's one of my moves. I love it. Since I'm so excited to facilitate my mentor session this summer. Last summer was so powerful, and some of my mentees even keep in contact with me to this day. Hey, that's how you know that you are inspiring people and that you made an impact. So yes, this summer about to be crazy off the hook. Yes, and Lord Leaders is about to be amazing. Dawn say, yeah, you nervous, but yeah, no, Dawn, the way you stepped in and stepped up leading the food and security team, you ain't about to have no problems at all. All right, y'all, activities. Let me highlight this joint. Activities are very important. And I'm gonna tell y'all one of my little secrets, y'all. One of my secrets is I start with an activity and then I semi-close with an activity. When I'm giving people, like when people were asking me for like my agenda or like my summary, my outline or whatever, it's always the same, y'all. I wish I could sit up here and tell y'all I was doing something fancy and something more nice and elaborate. No. My stuff is always the same. Introduction, engaging um the lesson, like me actually teaching, activity, reflection. That's it for everything, y'all. For everything. And then all I basically do is fill in the like topics or whatever, like fill in the blanks depending on where I'm going to be. But like if somebody was to really study like how I do stuff, they would catch on to it. Like, oh, yo, Miss Joni just be doing the same thing over and over again. You absolutely right. Why reinvent the wheel when I have a wheel that works and it works perfectly and it works beautifully? All I got to do is modify it depending on where I'm going to be, depending on my audience, but it's still pretty much the same. That's it. I would definitely say for people who want to take this facilitation thing to the next level, your activities are going to be very important, and you should spend your time really like figuring out what are some cool activities that you can do that's going to help you get your message across, right? So my topics mostly all the time deal with leadership. If I'm not talking about leadership or entrepreneurship, then I'm really not talking about nothing. So I have a bunch of activities that I can do at any given time at a drop of a dime that ties in to leadership and to entrepreneurship. So for you, figure out what's your lane. What is it that you want to, really get good at in terms of like facilitating, and have you activities on standby that you can easily do. Um, and I call when I'm facilitating, I call it an interactive lecture. That's just something that I just made up, yo, but people love it. I'm like, yeah, we get into the interactive lecture part. But really it's that two-way communication. But the activities be so powerful and be so thoughtful that it's like we roll right through the lecture part because people were still talking about like how they feel about the activity and what they learned and what they gained from it. And yeah, hey, listen, man, you gotta finesse it, yo. Why? Listen, you got to. Low book might be on the way. Let me get my screen back up. But yeah, like yo, those activities are so key. And the activity that y'all did yesterday at Reginald F. Lewis, that activity was bomb. Shout out to Sane, Tay Bands, Kavan. That activity y'all did was great. They did this really cool activity where like you had to talk to your partner for like 5 minutes, learn everything that you could learn, and then you had to answer these questions or whatever about your partner, but they didn't know what the questions was. The activity was bomb. Y'all know where y'all dropped the ball at though on that activity, and this is something that everybody got to pay attention to, y'all. You got to tie it to the lesson. You got to tie it to the lesson. After the activity was over, the activity just kind of closed. Like everybody had fun. We dying laughing, we cracking up and all that. And everybody debating like who won and all that, which was super fun. It was super fun to be able to debate that. But we never tied that activity back to say that's how you can operate when you are in a room where you're supposed to be networking. Or if you are serious about your business when you are in different spaces with different people, like that's how you can quickly build relationships. Like we never actually tied it back to the bigger lesson. And that was like the one thing that we missed. Nobody else noticed it. Only I noticed it. And that's just because I'm always looking to, okay, how can this be better? What more can we do? But for sake of our conversation today about being a dynamic facilitator, you always got to be able to tie that lesson. You always got to be able to tie the activity back to the lesson, because if you are unable to do that, then some people might think that the activity was like a waste of time, especially the people that's writing the check. He's like, can you talk about making group activities work? Every time we do an activity in college, we be dry. Oh yeah, let me take a picture of that. Gemma, I ain't forget about your question. We're gonna come back to your question. We're gonna get the Cam Gotti question. Yes, because very much important. And you know what? Like we kind of like right here anyway with this activity. So Cam, what I could say for you guys is definitely make sure that you guys are practicing that beforehand, before y'all even execute it, and outlining whatever goal that you want to have up front. This is what I call start. I'm gonna write this down real quick because I used to live by this in Comcast. Start with the end in mind. And I still live by it now too, like even in my role now at Heart Smiles, I'm always thinking about What do I want the end result to be? How do I want people to feel? What do I want people to walk away with? What is the goal of this whole thing? And once I figured that out, then it's easy for me to figure out what that middle should look like. So, in an auditorium, yeah, an auditorium. I mean, it's a lot that you can do really with any space, Cam Gotti. But like this right here is what's going to make or break the situation. And that's why I say we got to practice and talk about it beforehand. Because if we just go in and we just executing it, line by line based off of how it's supposed to be, it's going to be dry. But if the organizers take some time to really sit down, think about what they want people to walk away with, and really take some time to map out what creative things we can blend into it. Like, even if you learn about an activity, you don't got to do it the exact same way that it's written out. You can add your own flavor and your own spice and your own like sauce to it. Like, I do it all the time. But this being creative is really what people got to figure out. So even in like an auditorium space, we recently did something in an auditorium space where we had some people on a stage and some people down in one part of the auditorium and some people on another part of the auditorium. So like it just really depends on how creative you can get, and how much time you put in up front thinking about what you want to get out of it. So yeah, and something being long too, I don't care how good it is. If it's too long, you need to cut that. I am a stickler for short, sweet, no fluff. Give me a 45-minute session with no fluff, just all straight meat, and I'm good. Like, why make something 2 hours if it really can be 30 minutes? So yeah, absolutely. Um, get back up to my wheel real quick. I just got a few more things to add on this, and then we're gonna go. Yo, keep the conversations moving. I'm gonna put keep convo moving. As the facilitator, you are responsible for keeping the conversation moving in the right direction. I'm a storyteller myself, so I understand that sometimes we get hung up on our stories, but as a facilitator, you got to be cognizant of that, and make sure that number one, whatever story you telling is relevant and somebody going to get something out of your story. If your story is not relevant, keep that thing to yourself. Don't even bring it up if your story is not relevant. Your story should be relevant. And even when it is relevant, make sure you are telling the parts of the story that people can pick from and learn from. Because if you're just telling the story just to be long-winded, bruh, all you doing is eating up the time, and that's not cool. You're wasting people's time if you are telling a story with no goal in mind, no lesson that people can learn from, and you just talking because it feels good. Yes, we all like to talk about ourselves and all that type of stuff, but this ain't about you. And when you are telling your story, yo, it has to be for a good dag on reason. And shut yourself up when you feel yourself talking too long without any like goal in mind. If you feel like you're rambling, my guy, you are rambling and you just gotta shut it down. Like, yo, so say I hate pre and say what it feels like. It never end in circles. Yes, this this is irrelevant, but I'm excited for a priceless. Hey yo, bye yo. Yeah, yeah. You're telling the story about McDonald's about how you got removed from behind the fryer and they changed your view of life. Yeah, like yo, when the story is really relevant to whatever's happening in the moment and you got a good lesson out of it, cool. But too many times it's not that, and we just end up wasting time. So we got to be able to catch ourselves with that. Um, and co-facilitators, y'all got to be comfortable like interjecting. Well, we got intervene on here somewhere. You got to be comfortable intervening when your co-facilitator is going off on a tangent or going off in the wrong direction or telling the story too long. Don't mean that you got to be rude We ain't gonna be rude. We ain't gonna be disrespectful about it. But we going, hey, thank you so much for that. Or either put them on the time. Hey, can you finish it up in 10 seconds? Like for real, for real. But I said nowadays my so-called story ain't even relevant to myself. I put the questions on it. It don't even sound like it's impactful. Yeah, yo, yeah, a 30-minute meaningful session by Majoni got me in for. Yeah, hey, yes, those 30-minute sessions, yo. Yes, I love it. And then this last thing we're gonna put on our wheel, y'all. Last thing. Address issues, don't create issues. And this one is so important, yo, because this one is challenging you to address issues in the moment when they are brought up. You don't want to be the person to sweep things under the rug, but again, you also want to be respectful of the space and of the time. So if it's something that's being brought up that like, yo, you really don't have the time to address right then and there, be honest and let people know and commit and follow through to following up on whatever that issue or situation is that, comes up. If it's something that you can resolve right then and there, it's nice and easy, and it's something basically that everybody needs, dive into it. Go ahead and get it done. But don't create unnecessary issues by interjecting your own drama or situations that happened or whatever that's irrelevant to what's happening today. You want to go in with your agenda, focusing on what you got to get done today. Because sometimes when you are pulling things from out the closet, you end up creating an issue that wasn't there in the first place. And then now you got crap to clean up that you wouldn't even have had to clean up. So that's that. All right. Our wheel is complete. Let me go to my let me go back to Gemma question, y'all. Let me go back to Gemma question. Co-facilitating with adult facilitators and how to leave the child adult space and be confident in your position as a co-facilitator. Yeah. Yo, I like this question so much, Gemma, because this is where you guys are being challenged in so many ways simply because people were not used to you being in these spaces. And yo, I might have to take my hoodie off on this one to get, because yo, this is why I'm so hard on y'all. And I know y'all think that I be extra when like stuff go wrong and we got issues and stuff like that. I know y'all think that I be super extra, but like, yo, I can't really apologize for that because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. These adults that we work with, yes, a lot of them are smiling in your face, but they really don't be wanting you there all the time. People feel threatened when they see somebody else coming in, especially younger people. They feel threatened. Some people have this very unfortunate and ugly mindset that they got to hold on to the power. They got to hold on to the keys. And if you grab a hold of some power, if you grab a hold to the keys, then now they are irrelevant and they're going to lose their spot. They're going to lose their job. They're going to lose their position. This is how some people are in these spaces. And that's why y'all got to show up and show out every single time, because when you out there messing up and being unreliable, being undependable, and doing things that's not professional, you're giving them ammo to load in their gun to where they can say, see, this is why young people shouldn't be in these spaces. This is why young people shouldn't be facilitators. This is why they can't be in control of these spaces, because they're young, they're immature, they don't get it. And some people think that skills and maturity come with time. And I'm not going to lie to you, some stuff do come with time, but if you focus yourself in and if you really lock into getting the skills, yo, time becomes irrelevant. you don't you don't need that. Like you can do it possibly even better than adults. But when you out here basically disrespecting youth leadership as a whole, then now you're making it harder for other people, and some doors are closing. And now, where young people are supposed to get in, you can't even get in because the decision maker done already seen you show your behinds, and they like, no, but we don't want that. So then they close the door. So Gemma, part of it is you're fighting against that. You fighting against that attitude. What we can do, what you guys can do when you find yourself in those spaces is to call out the elephant in the room off the break, yo. And it's a way to do that where you're not being disrespectful, you're not being out of line, none of that. You just calling it what it is. And you can say, hey, I already know that y'all wasn't expecting a 17-year-old to be facilitating this session. But yes, I'm 17, and yes, I'm here, and yes, I'm the facilitator. And here's what I'm going to be expecting today from you guys as a group, or from you guys as my family today, because today we family, we in the same room. However you want to frame it, but definitely call it out so that people understand that you understand. Once they know that you know, the power dynamics can start to change a little bit. Now people are looking at you in a little bit of a different light. The power dynamics start to change, and that table start to turn. Now the onus is going to be on you to make sure that you uphold your level of professionalism, which of course, most of y'all, if you on this session right now, you ain't really got no problem with professionalism, but you upholding your level of professionalism. And when something happens to like slight you or undermine you, y'all, this is going to feel very, very uncomfortable, but you gotta call it out. You have to. Because if you let somebody get comfortable in that space, undermining you, disrespecting you, dismissing you, if you let them get comfortable, dog, they're going to keep doing it. And you can't do that. Now, granted, y'all, what? We done said it a million times. We're not going to be disrespectful about it. We're not going to be out of line. We're not going to be out of pocket. None of that. But somebody is going to skip over top of you, right? In the most nonchalant way, just passive aggressive. They're going to skip over top of you. You are going to politely and kindly interject yourself in that situation. Oh, before we move on, I just want to make it known X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And then put in your 2 cents in, or whatever it is that you had to say. You don't have to say, oh, you skipped over me, so I'm going to answer. You ain't got to say that. Oh, before we move on, and put your joint in there. Boom. Simple as that. Somebody might get your name wrong or whatever like that, and they not getting it wrong in a innocent type way, where like they just honestly forgot your name, but they really just try and be disrespectful and play with you, and they don't feel like they gotta address you properly because you young. Yo, again, we ain't got to interrupt. We ain't got to be out of line. None of that. When the mic get to you, hey, and I just want to make a correction, Dr. Whoever, thank you so much for that kind introduction or whatever, but my name is whatever, proceed. I'm Joni Hollifield. I'm from Heart Smile, whatever. However you want to say it. But like, yo, stuff like that, when you start correcting and interjecting yourself, then people know, oh, you ain't to be played with. And they'll know that. And like, yeah, go to Doctor Who, like they will know that in a way that's not disrespectful or not compromising to the situation. Dang, y'all, we are going to absolutely have to have a part two because didn't even get to everything. And let me see, because I didn't even get my let me see my chat, y'all. Nobody was irrelevant. Hey, Big 16 up in here. What's up? Yeah, set those boundaries. Got to pull your own seat up to the table. Absolutely. Yo, yes. We're gonna need same. This is definitely gonna be a series. Like we're gonna be implementing in our leadership boot camp. Like we're going to be implementing like this type of stuff specifically for facilitators and people who are in front of people. So if you in my facilitators group chat, then you already know I said Thriving Thursdays is like mandatory for y'all. Even if you got to catch like the rerun, it's mandatory for y'all because this is where you're going to get like your skill building and all that stuff. As much as I want to have just a whole separate thing just for facilitators, unfortunately, like I can't. So we're going to have to work within this space. And yes, thank you for saying that, saying we need more facilitators. So hopefully future facilitators will be able to lock in from these sessions and say, hey, like, yo, this is something that I want to do. And mind y'all, you getting paid good money to be out here facilitating in these situations. But I'm going to bookmark my notes right here, and we're going to pick this up next Thursday and continue with this conversation. But yo, I'm really glad that y'all like this session. I appreciate y'all. Let's get my man on here. Y'all already know.
Hey,
B,
Miss Jody.
how you feeling?
Man, I don't know really. It was a lot up in the air, but I'm just trying to keep a positive mindset. That's what it's about, really, right now.
Absolutely. And listen, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
That's always what we do, yo. So thank you so much for being here. Always good seeing you. Can't wait to hear what you about to talk about. I'm about to give it to you, Shorty.
sure. All right, sounds good. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yo, I know I've been on a break, um, like a long one. Look, stuff been happening, you know. I had to take a step away just to reassess my situation and really get myself right. But I'm just happy to be back here because I feel like we got a lot to talk about now. Like really. Um, hey Kayla, how you doing? What's up, Tay Bands? Oh, yo, I hope all of y'all on that Voices on Vax competition, by the way, because I'm gonna be on there. I'm just letting you know I'm killing competition. So you're gonna have to come with something crazy to beat me out. I'm letting you know. Dropping on some young boy topics. Unfortunately, no. However, I will shout out young boy because he been dropping some bangers recently that I cannot deny. So shout outs to him. He been doing his thing. Even I think hopefully staying out of trouble. You know. So yeah. But yeah, y'all, I'm just excited. You know, I kill it. Tay Vans, look, bro. Tay Vans, look. You the homie. You feel me? And I always got your best interest in mind for whatever projects I'm gonna be doing. But I'm just letting you know this one, you're not making it out alive. All right. That's just what it is. You just gotta let it go for real. What's up, Cam? What's up, Kaija? What's up, Dawn? Hey y'all, hey all of y'all. What's up, bro? I'm so excited for the day. First of all, bro, I can't do this whole session without me not airing out. I'm gonna join just to bust y'all up. Yo, all right, yo, whatever. Bro, Kendrick dropping, man. I had to air that out. Yo, I was so happy when I saw that. When I saw that happening. Like so happy. Really, bro. It's just like I was just happy that like this artist that like because I've been listening to Kendrick for a while and I hopped onto him later than everybody else did. So I guess the wait was a little less long for me, but it meant just as much. When I found out that he had started dropping with Baby Keem and all them, and now we getting Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, yo. Um, that's the name of the album. I've been stipulating a while for like what it could be. Um, I think it might be him creating a character, but y'all let me know what you think is up, right? Um, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things I want to tie together. All right, give me 2 seconds because I gotta go tend to the baby real quick, get her straight. I'll be back by like 7:06, something like that. It'll probably be less than that. But Mr. Morale, the big stepper, y'all. What y'all think? Please. All right, cool. Man, all right. So, Mr. Morale on the big steppers, yo. I'm stuck on that. I'm obsessing over it. One thing that I've really been paying close attention to is so the outfit that Kendrick wore on stage, right? The outfit that he wore on stage on Coachella, that outfit, what was it? So somebody saw Kendrick actually record one of his music videos, I think maybe a year or so back. It had to be something like that. And he had the same outfit. I think they were the same color. I know they were the same color. I don't know if they were the exact same outfit, but they looked the same. So I was tripping. I'm like, yo, like, this has got to be connected in some way. So white might be a theme. And it was in front of water. So I'm like, all right, y'all, white, water. I don't know. It's got to be some like Messiah references in here somewhere. I'm like, I'm going crazy over it because I'm really excited to see what he's going to be bringing to the table, and how this might change the game. So Kendrick, yo, I'm really psyched about that. Um, let's see what else. Um, yo, yo, I was fuming when I heard about ASAP, yo. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, bro. Imagine the flop, bro. Don't even know this. See, look, yo, it's always the haters, yo. It's always the haters, yo. Get out of here, bro. Always the haters try to bring it back. That look, bro. You can't do a 5 year gap and flop, bro. Especially if you Kendrick. That's not happening. Not possible. Kendrick cool, young boy. All right, bro. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I see how it is. But yeah, yo, haters in the chat, of course, bro. They always gonna be there. So yeah, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna having a baby, bro. Every dude that I know, as soon as they heard that information, was mad, yo. They was like, yo, like every everybody. I was about to say something I'm not supposed to. Everybody was acting like they had a shot, and now like it was over, like it was done, like it wasn't possible anymore, which I thought was hilarious. I'm not hating all love to Kendrick. Bryson Tiller did the same. Bryson Tiller did do the same thing. I don't know if his project flopped though, really. Because Trap Soul was a classic. And if you check, let me check Bryson Tiller numbers for real. As far as I think it was called Anniversary, what it was, because I know I was really hyped and stoked about Bryson Tiller dropping. But I don't think it did all that bad, really. Let me check it out. Bro, these views ain't that bad for a project, yo. Like, we got like 30 million total over all the music videos. Come on now. I don't know if you can say that's a flop, really. It's debatable. All right. Did it go as hard as Trap Soul? No. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It could be argued over whether it was worth the wait, for sure. So yeah, it's that. Yeah, bro. But the ASAP Rocky Rihanna stuff, man. Every dude I knew was mad. He was angry. He was like, man, ASAP Rocky just took my baby, man. Like, that was mine. What is he doing? Like, and I found it weird, bro, because as soon as ASAP Rocky got with Rihanna, and as soon as they announced that baby, yo, Then hear the police come knocking at ASAP door, yo. Hear the police come knocking at his door. And I was like, man, that's a little bit too cool. I think like it had to be like the police, like the police chief or something. He must have been one of them dudes too, yo. Man, Rihanna isn't there with nobody under 7 figures. That's what I'm saying. Yo. Like everybody, like they got a shot. Like she flirt or whatever, but like you gotta be on her level in order for her to like. I would assume. I don't know what she's going after. I just know the last person she was with was a prince. So obviously the stand is high, you know. Man. Um so yeah, and then so I looked up I was looking at the news report. So apparently ASAP got locked up because his partner ASAP Relly snitched on him. Um so yeah. It was ASAP Relly. Yep, ASAP Relly snitched. And I was just looking at that and I was like, whoa, like somebody close to him, man. That is it's crazy. Like I really thought like that would get outplayed. You know, I guess that was stupid of me to think like betrayal would get outplayed. But like it's such a successful group like ASAP. Like I would think that like you already making money and you cool. What is on the table for you to switch up on a homie? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. So that was kind of dumb. Um yeah. Uh let me see. Man, 6ix9ine is back, y'all. 6ix9ine is back. And I don't condone giving a platform to his stuff. So I'm gonna keep it real short and simple. Um yeah, that's true, yo. There is always underlying issues with with like these groups that we don't know about. That's why groups don't really last too long. The only one I can think of that like didn't have problems was like what is it called? Brockhampton. Like Brockhampton was a group and then they disbanded, but they didn't disband on any like betrayal stuff. It was just everybody wanted to go their separate paths. I know one member dropped out, but that's not the whole group, you know. So I guess underlying issues could be like a thing. It's just like he's ASAP Rocky is definitely gonna bounce back from that. Why would you, man? It's like it's drama. It's drama. But yeah, 6ix9ine is back, man. He just dropped a new video and he already started beef with somebody to run up the views. I don't think there's anything wrong with 6ix9ine. Partly the people he snitched on kidnapped or beat his mom or something like that. Yeah, no, like there's that aspect to it too, right? People just seem to like ignore that. But there's that aspect to it too. It's just everybody like snitching is like a universal thing where like even if you're in the right for it, you still snitch. So that makes you a snitch. And that's just how it is. Which I think is kind of dumb. Um on a betrayal aspect, it's definitely something to be like, but nah, I don't know. Yeah, the mom thing, definitely. Definitely. Um yeah, so 6ix9ine's new song was trash, bro. That's honestly what I think. I did not mess with it. I thought it was trash personally. Some of my friends did. We just weren't messing with it because it was like the same vibe. The only shock value it had was him talking about like Sly Favon. Was him talking about like it was aimed at. It was like a little Dirk diss, and it was like yo like I don't know like I robbed and shot you and you ain't do nothing back. Sly Favon. Yeah. I was like, it's obvious that he's just trying to make controversy and drama to run up the views on his song. So it's like it's kind of like a cowardly move, really. I don't condone it. It's not like that's not how we should be moving in the hip hop and rap scene, honestly. Like this is like a constant thing within the hip hop and rap. Like black dominated spaces, there's always this problem where like we're against each other, and I don't understand that. Like as a people, we need to move and we need to be like socially mobile. And we can't do that if we're always like backstabbing each other and like this drama and that drama. Like, bro, yeah, he just wants attention. Attention brings the money. Yeah, I mean that's for any artist, right? But there's always a way you can do it to where you're not bringing somebody else down to bring yourself up. Not everything is about young boy y'all. Yeah, bro. Come on now. I didn't even see that, hey, bro. That's how I'm not gonna say that, but bro, chill, bro. Chill with the young boy, y'all. Please chill. Um, yeah. So That's pretty much it for the rap news. Um, I really wanted to touch more on um underground music. So I've been hopping into underground music lately, and I'm very pleased with what I've been listening to. All right, I'm very pleased. Two artists that I like right now are Autumn and Autumn slash he's called Autumn Twin Uzis Wick. He got a bunch of names, but I know him as Autumn. And coincidentally, I actually met one of the background singers that did some stuff for Autumn like one time when I was online, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm really messing with his song um what's it called? One Way. I'm really messing with One Way right now. One Way by Autumn is dope. And I'll put that in the chat as well. One Way by Autumn. That's a really dope song. I really like it. It's got like an old type of vibe. KO is a good new artist. Okay, cool. I'll check them out. KO. Got you. Kyle, is that an underground artist too, or like what type of music do they do? I mean, let me see. So, One Way by Autumn is one song I'm really messing with. It's got like this like it makes me keep coming back to it and keep listening because I feel like it's like touching me at a time when I need that song, right? Like, I don't want to waste no more time. Yeah, it's about y'all should definitely listen to that one. One Way by Autumn is really good, and then also I've been listening to Diving Board, Diving Board by Red Veil. By Red, it's more like Trippy Red screaming ish. Okay, cool. Look, I don't hate Trippy Red. That's the thing. Like, um, so I'm willing to like, yeah, I'm cool. I listen to it. I listen to it. Recommend me a song. Like, what song by Kyle should I listen to? It's like a hard in your field song. Okay, cool. Yeah, Trippy has some good ones of those. So, but yeah, so diving more about Red Veil. If you like J Cole, if you like J Cole, Kendrick, if you like songs that are like kind of about I don't know, kind of just like deeper songs, more lyrical songs. More lyrical is definitely like. Then I recommend you listening to Diving More by Red Veil. I just looked at the music video. It was only him in the music video. I really liked that. It was kind of just him being at peace with himself. That was really cool to me. And the song is dope and it's well produced. It sounds great. I recommend it as a listener if that's what you're into. If you're more into a feeling song, One Way by Autumn is definitely the one. Um, and on a side note, I've been listening to Yeet more recently. Yeet, bro, let me put that in the chat. Yeet, he's one of those like mumble underground, like I guess like he just kind of talks about stuff. Um, Wagwan by NWA. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, so Yeet, I'm listening to him more. His music is definitely addicting. As far as like the quality, I mean, he talks about the same thing over and over again. So, Wagwan. Okay, cool. Got you. Yeah. All right. So got that out the way. Those are some artists that I really wanted to talk about. I'm into like I'm getting more into the underground scene, and there's a lot of potential there that people aren't looking out for, that they need to be because like it's just a lot of music that's not reaching the mainstream that's still good and still has a cult following that you could be tapping into. Like it's dope. And that puts me into collaboration, right? So collaboration is really important within music. I'm currently working on a project now that I can't release too many details about, but I'm working on this project, and one of the huge things for me was that in my last project I didn't have any collaborations. So in this one, I wanted to open myself up to that, but I did it in a way to which it suited my voice best. Um, and so I seeked out voices that I thought matched with my music, and that's kind of how I went. I wanted to more talk about how valuable it is in the business space, like if you're a small business owner, as well as if you're in music, how important it is for you to collaborate. Um, it's really important. Being able to when you collaborate, you can collaborate with anybody, and you shouldn't turn down any collaborations at the early stages. At least it's okay to be more picky once you're refining like your audience to your sound and developing that sound. That's fine. However, um, once you're just starting up, you should take all collaborations because you're pulling from all of those audiences, from the people that mess with you and the people that like you. And it's the same for business. When you collaborate with a business that might have a similar vision, or it might not. It might be a complete like wacko like idea. Like I would have never thought of this, but um, it could be beneficial for you, and you'll probably find some people that are interested in supporting you further as you move along. So all I'm saying is that you should get into collaborating. If you got a friend that also owns a business, or you see somebody, it don't even have to be somebody you know really with Instagram and social media and stuff like that. If you just like somebody's stuff, then you can just ask them. Like it's that simple. You don't need to know anybody too good, besides like whether they're a safe person or maybe not a safe person. You should definitely like check who they hang around and stuff like that and make sure they're. But if you know that they're like a good solid brand, then collaborate. um, and you're gonna learn a lot more than you would if you just stayed like by yourself and kind of just try to do everything yourself. And the road gets longer the less you accept help. And you can offer something to people with just the audience that you have, people that like you, that want to support you. You can introduce them to other people, and they might want to support them as well. So you have value within yourself. And it's the same within music. Artists collaborate because they want to help each other out, and they want to grow as well. And they build those audiences together. And then those collectives come of all these artists that you like and have similar sounds, and stuff meshes just like that. But you got to have yourself open to collaboration. It's really important. So that's my piece on collaboration. Um, Recently, with the studio space, we've been using it a lot differently than we used to, right? Um, so how do I put this? So recently, I've been trying to find out, and this is Studio 24 that I'm talking about, the studio that I engineer at for uh, just the heartbeats as well as just business. Also, if you're interested, if you're trying to record a hit for the summer, then hit me. Like I can engineer and I can refine your sound, and we can really get you out there for sure. Um, but yeah, we've been using the space a lot differently recently. Like I just did a live performance there yesterday. Um, Come to the studio next week, drop some meat. Say less. Hit me in it. I'll hit you in the DM or something like that. Well, let's make something happen. But yeah. So recently we used this few. I've been thinking about different ways that we can use the studio space basically. So I just learned. I'm late, but I just learned how to use it as a podcast space, which is dope. So if you have a podcast that you want to record, we can do it for that as well. But as well, um, live performances, right? Live performances, recording audio books is something that I'm opening it up to. It's just more just me. It's not really me bragging. It's just me talking about like whatever you have at your disposal. Think about different ways that you can use it. That's what I'm learning now. Like there's tons more ways that I can think of right now that I can use that space to make it valuable to me and other people. And that's so dope, you know? Like for real. Yeah, bro. More opportunity. Yes, more opportunity for sure, man. Um, let's see. So I'm just curious. For everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching here, who are you listening to as far as music? Like one thing I don't like, I know like the Baltimore style, but I don't know what people in Baltimore listen to. Even though like because my style is kind of like outside of Baltimore. I like a lot of different artists outside of Baltimore. But I'm more just interested in knowing what everybody listens to, like who everybody listens to. So if you could put it down in the chat, who are you listening to right now? Like what music are you listening to? What types of songs? I'm interested in knowing your musical taste. So put me on. Put me on to a song, bro. I'm open. I love learning about new artists. Really. And Charles, I know you about to put Young Boy, bro. Just like it's like put me on the if you gonna put some Young Boy in the chat, put me on to something hard, bro. That's all I'm asking. Like, just don't short stop me. Young Boy, Old Day Boogie. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, put me on the music. What do you listen to? Like Donovan, what do you listen to? Yeah, put me on the people, please. Just make a list. I'm listening. I'm really interested in what you're interested in right now because I want to know like what artists that you guys want to know information about. Kanye, of course. Kanye been real silent recently, man. Real silent. Speaking of him, I haven't like he had the whole escapade with Pete, and then now it's died down, and it's just interesting. Uh, YG Tech, Yep. YG Tech is a statement in Baltimore. I listen to everything. Too diverse. All right, put me on to somebody you really really like one of your favorite artists, if you can. If not, then just list a couple. That's on bus fare. Okay, cool. Got you. Also, Charles, bro, I thought you was bluffing about the NBA YoungBoy stuff. I checked too. I looked at your story, bro, and I saw how many hours you had on YoungBoy, and I was like, oh my gosh, like he really lived that life. That's crazy. Like that made me laugh for sure. Yeah, put me on for sure. Yeah, bro. All right. Um, one of the things that like while we're talking about these music suggestions, keep on putting music suggestions, but like I've been like one of my friends actually we were talking about music and they put me on to that like how interesting it is that like music is like a universal language. I thought that was really cool. Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean. Yeah, bro, that duo is like really really hard. Tyler is a W for sure. He dropped the hottest album. Was it this year? He dropped the hottest album this year. I want to hear no debates. Um, like off season was cool, whatever else, but Tyler the Creator definitely like took the gold this year, and I was really hyped and really stoked. So yeah, all love to him. I love that album. I listened to it the whole way through. I got my favorites. It's dope. What's your name? Young Boy killed that What's Your Name feature, bro. I talked about it when it came out. I talked about it when it came out. That What's Your Name was hard. I did not expect to see Young Boy on there, but when I did, I was satisfied. What is your name? What do you claim? I'm trying to. I forgot the lyrics, but yeah, bro, he killed that for real. Like a whole different sound from him, and Uzi too. That flow that Uzi had on Lumberjack, I think Uzi killed that. Like that's exactly the type of stuff that I wanted to see from Uzi. He murdered that straight. Like yeah, man. I'm trying to get down to the root of the apple. The deep was like, yeah, man, killed that. So Tyler the Creator. I've been listening to who have I been listening to recently? I listen to all like woke deep stuff. But I try to put you on to maybe some stuff I'm listening to. Um, like at bottom G's. Yeah. Caught that. I'm listening to Vince Staples. Vince Staples is dope. I talked about him when I was talking about Snoop Dogg because he played on Snoop Dogg's football team. And Vince Staples is dope. Y'all should check him out. JID, JID is cold. JID is cold. Y'all should listen to JID. JID has a lot of bangers. I feel like a lot of people sleep on him because he's like more lyrical, but like he's one of them rappers that like I feel like he still has more potential for bigger stuff coming out, and that's really exciting for me as a listener. Um, Kendrick, of course, Cole. I listen to deep stuff, but it's not something I ride in the car with. But if I'm feeling cold, I listen to more stuff like that. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that heavy. Yeah, Kendrick gets me hyped too. Yeah, Kendrick has like a couple bangers in there that like I be bumping. I know all right. I'm like one verse down from knowing everything from all the words to all right when I spit it. Like I'm that cold with it. Really, don't add me. Smino and Saba, I recommend y'all listen to them too. They're hard for sure. But yeah, so yeah, music is like a universal language. Like, um, even if like I don't know what the words are, like I can still understand the feeling behind the song and the energy and all that, and I can get a general vibe for like some of what that culture might be about. Like it gives me an insider's perspective to like a culture that I might have not known about. And I think that's so dope and so hard, really. Like it's crazy. Um, yeah, man. SZA is hard. SZA is hard, man. SZA goes crazy. Yeah, man. Scissor. People sleep on Scissor. She's like really like a superstar for sure. I love her music. I do. And Doja Cat when she not being annoying got some good stuff. Yeah, Doja Cat. Doja Cat is dope, man. Doja Cat is like she's really turning superstar. Like she's really like a pop star now, which is like crazy to me. Looking at her start from like Cow, like I mean Moo, that song like up to superstar is crazy, man. Summer Walker is great. She just be in too much drama, and I'm not with that. That's why I don't like. I don't really be. Sometimes I listen to her music, but all the drama that's associated with her, I'm just not trying to vibe on that energy. You know, that's why I stay away from that. Yeah, I got a question for y'all. Um, so in recent years, just your opinion, has production become more important than the vocalist? Put me on to that. That's why I'm strictly music, like her song with Drake. I didn't know Summer Walker had a song with Drake. Okay. And why is that? That's the thing. That's what I'm curious about. Like why is that? Why is production more important than the vocalist these days? Like, is it that the artists that we have now can't like can't destroy the beat like they used to? Like what is it? Rappers can say anything but the beats carry most of the time. Yeah, nah. That reminds me of Mario Judah. I Miss the Rage. I miss the rage. I miss the rage. Mario Judah, that beat is crazy. His his lyrics on it are kind of basic, but they're addicting, and that's what keeps me coming back to the song. Yeah, it definitely does depend on the artist. Like somebody like Cole, Kendrick, um, they're usually dominating the beat. You know, like there's a lot less J Cole beats that I like besides maybe like I don't know, Wet Dreams, where I think maybe it's like equal. You know. Because maybe I'm just a super fan. When I hear YoungBoy music, his voice just flows through the beat, and I can see, yeah, no. Like that's one of the highlights about YoungBoy is that like YoungBoy makes so much music that like the instrumentals don't matter as much for me. Like young boy dominates tracks. He does. He dominates tracks. That's one thing about him. Um, and so for him, I feel like the beat matters less because his flow and his delivery and all that is just off the chain. And it's addicting and it gets you hyped and it gets you like that's like young boy just bringing it out of people for real. That's not a lot. Um, yeah. Okay. And here's my last question. And I gotta make this a short session. Uh, but how how do y'all think the internet is blurring the line between mainstream and underground artists? Because like I think a perfect example is like Brent Fayez. Like Brent Fayez was an underground artist and then he blew. And now even though his music is kind of niche, it's still he's still like managed to tap into the mainstream. So do you think like the internet is kind of like what are y'all thoughts about that? Really? Like is the internet destroying like the idea of mainstream music? Like that's the real question. Like does mainstream music still exist with the internet? Um or does it just give everybody a fair shot at getting their chance to be mainstream? Because like mainstream is kind of like um I don't know, I always wondered why I was like that. Right? Like because like mainstream you got like big companies backing you and then they see the potential and then they invest and then they project you across the world and they hope you don't flop, you know. And then they go by a formula to make sure it doesn't flop, and then they get their money back. I wonder if it was looks or other reasons. I think it is that like the internet has become like such a powerful tool for people, like TikTok. Like bunches of artists blow off of TikTok now. Like I got introduced to Mooney Long, like for hours and hours. That song I got introduced to her off of TikTok, and now I'm hearing about her more and more. Um, so I feel like it could be that, like, does mainstream music exist the more powerful that the internet gets, or um is it that honestly it's no fair shots. People got to work their butt off to get where they are. Like Youngboy been on him since 2016 when nobody was really rocking with him, and people still don't like him because it's kind of a trend to hate him. I don't know. Is it a trend to hate him? I feel like it's a trend to like him too much. I don't think that's wrong. I don't particularly hate Youngboy. It's just like it's more like it's less young boy and it's more the young boy fan base that like gets on my nerves because y'all go hard all the time. Like on every post on the internet that I see is young boy better, young boy better. But what does it have to do about young boy legacy though? Young boy better, bro. Young boy better, bro. And like at that point when I'm seeing that all the time, like it just gets annoying to me. And like just the brand of young boy is just something I don't want to step into. Like yeah, it's the fans. It's definitely the fans. It's definitely the fans. I'd say mainstream honestly just means people that be at the award shows. If we being under, mm, hmm. Well, I don't know. Could be, and it's weird too, right? Like, if I mean, if we're doing that, then like, if you're defined on whether you're mainstream or not by whether or not you get invited to the award show, then doesn't that mean that like the award shows that whoever gets invited to the award show, like somebody is dictating who and who is not successful, which means that it's not just based off hard work, but it's also based on something behind the scenes. It's something to think about. You said like young boy now, I would call him, but he just gets blackballed because of what he speaks about, right? I don't have too many reasons to not like young boy. You know, I don't hate young boy as much. I just know I don't like his music. Like it's not my cup of tea. Um, but he definitely does. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Just that to think about. Like, is it hard work that allows you to succeed in music, or if we're going on based on award shows, which all the popular people like are usually at the award shows, right? If we're going based on award shows, um, and what you get invited to, determining whether or not you blow as an artist, then that would mean that somebody behind the scenes is really pulling the strings to determine who does and doesn't blow. Um, feel you, yeah. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that thought. Really, just ask over that. Like, does everybody have an equal shot at the mainstream media, or is it just like does it just look that way, and really there's something deeper going on? All right, y'all. That's gonna be the end of me. Ms. Yoni, I'm ready to hop on out.
Yes, thank you, Beats. Great job as always. We'll see you tomorrow, Earth Day.
Tomorrow, yeah, Earth Day. Oh, I'm so excited, really.
Yes. All right, cool. See
All
you.
right.
All right. Yo, that's it. Another great driving Thursday. Man, listen. Few things real quick. Go get your money, yo. The Voices on Vax contest. Y'all see that contest now, it's easy peasy and it don't have a whole bunch of rules and restrictions and stuff like that. Like, you ain't gotta talk about COVID. If you don't want to talk about COVID, you can talk about anything health related, and you can also do any form of art. So you're not limited to just rapping. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. That's an easy $1,000, yo. And if you like Cam Gotti, who not even really like a rapper, artist, whatever, but you just throw your name in the hat, that's an easy $500. Like, come on, man, get this money, yo. Voices on Backs is way too easy. Shout out to our people that's volunteering with us tomorrow, Earth Day. Looking forward to that. The details is in a group chat. If you're going but you're not in a group chat, let me know. Let Cam Gotti know. Let Miss Money Mo know, so we can make sure that y'all straight. Yo, said Cam Gotti ate that rap down. Yo, she surely didn't she, Donna Dawn? And the opportunity that I talked to y'all about last week, I'm probably going to go ahead and post it either tomorrow or Monday for the general public, because I still got slots open. This is a Big 16. You already know what I'm about to say. This is the production internship. So remember, I told you I was going to get more details. It's going to go from May to September. It's going to be $15 an hour, and basically you are going to learn production skills, photography skills, videography skills, all that. You working with a master professional. Y'all already know Miss Kia, she do things with BET and all that stuff. She hot in the game. But y'all going to be learning about that while actually making a real like production, like documentary type style video or whatever. Like, that is the project. And you're going to present that project in front of 50 top CEOs. Major deal, major exposure. I just wanted to say it here first in these spaces to give y'all first dibs, since we only have a limited amount of spaces. So if anybody on here is like interested in that and that's something that you want to do, the link is in the bio now. It's under, I think it's like general projects or whatever like that. You just do that link, and when it say what project are you talking about, just put the production project that I talked about on Thriving Thursdays, and we're gonna know what you're talking about. But if I still got slots left, then I'm gonna post it to the general public either like tomorrow or sometime next week. But get your money, yo. Get your money. And you already know Big 16 said it for me, yo. Go be productive. Still got about what, like 2 more hours left in this working day, yo. Go be productive. Go work on something that's connected to your goals. And if you ain't got no goals, please do not hit me up. Don't holler at me, yo. Go holler at one of these heartbeats or something so they can help you with your goals, yo. But you gotta get into a healthy habit of doing things that's connected to where you want to go. And yo, each one teach one. Get me some heartbeats from them schools that can't read, yo. It hey, tell them again, Big 16, yo, that is a bigger problem. Tell them again, I ain't dealing with that. But yo, get me some heartbeats from these schools that can't read, yo. We definitely got to make sure that we locking in with people that want better, but they just don't know the steps that they can take to actually do better. So that's it for me, y'all. If y'all rocking with me tomorrow on Focus Friday, I'm gonna see you on Focus Friday. If not, then I'll see you next week on Thriving Thursday. Y'all already know how we are. Yeah, hey, yes, get that recruiting up at Mervo, yo, because it's horrible what's happening over there. Thank you so much, Big 16. Yeah, yes, Dawn to Dawn. Let her know, yo. Get us them heartbeats. But y'all put T by accident. Yo, we got you. We know what you meant. But all right, y'all. I'm out of here.